dip, so I'm like, you know what, might as well just hop right back on. Keep going with it, you know. I think it was more like 5 minutes, maybe 10. It keeps freezing. My dad is on. Guys, I like my brain. I am brain dead. I'm actually brain dead right now. Like I'm like trying to start thinking of like stories, you know, that I could tell you. What I even did today. Nada. Nada is coming to my head. Oh! Yeah, the heat will like we were doing some like weird thing. Like by the end of the day, it was like everybody was like, "All right, like you know, like let's get out of here. We gotta go. We gotta go." When you start getting tired and exhausted, that's when accidents happen, and you know you just don't need an accident. So gotta pack up the bags and just head her home. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I stayed up a little late again last night because, you know, you guys saw it. I had to go to Garrett's after the live. I stopped by his place real quick, and you know, even though it was a quick visit, I still got home like I think it was like just after midnight. So another late night for me, but you know, one day, guys, one day I'll learn. I'll get there one day, but I don't know. I don't know when that day will be. Have I ever had any severe injuries from the job? I have never had a severe injury, knock on wood, from the job. You know, I've been pretty fortunate with that. Close calls. I can't really say I've really had many close calls either. No, that's not true. Not true. This happened a while ago, okay? This was probably like it had to have been like 2018. So a couple years ago, right? So I'm working for this other landscaping company. You know, this was my first landscaping job. You know, a real small company. It was actually the one that Will was posting Shuby. You know, it was that same company. So I was working with them back in 2018, and it's just one crew, right? So, you know, you get to know people pretty quick, needless to say. And yeah, we're sitting there and we're working. And we're placing these big tiles, right? Like in comparison, I'd say they're probably around like, yeah, there's the train, I know. There's the train. But so in comparison, I'd say like they're the size of the pillow, right? You know, quite large tiles. You know, they were pretty thick. I don't remember how thick. They might have been either 3 to 4 inches. Maybe not that thick. I don't remember. Regardless, we needed like this machine that was essentially like a vacuum. You know, it's got handles on either end. And then it's got this like release that's like a bicycle brake. And yeah, you pretty much put it over the tile, and it, you know, suction cups it. It sticks to it like a vacuum. And you come over and you place it right where you want to place it. You hit the release, boom. There you go. You don't have to like take out a strap or anything. You don't have to worry about your fingers getting pinched. You're mint. And then the cord though, on the machine because it was a rental. You know, my boss didn't own one at the time, so we had. I told you this one. Okay. Okay. Well, this one's for whoever didn't hear it. And yeah, so the cord was really loose, right? So we go to place the tile over. You know, we pick it up off the skid, and we're going to move it, and it's like going directly over my feet, and somebody walked by and like unplugged the cord, and the thing turned off, and it just dropped right on my feet, and it happened to be like right on my steel toe, like perfectly on my steel toe. And yeah, so if I was wearing like, you know, like running shoes or, you know, not the proper footwear, I probably would have broken my toes for sure. You know, like when it dropped, we were still like, you know, lifting it away from the skid. It just got over, so you know, it was a little bit higher off the ground, and it was pretty heavy. So you know, that was probably the closest call I've had. Yeah, it was pretty scary at the time. You know, I was like, oh shit, like I almost just lost my toes, but you know, nothing happened. And yeah, now like I work with much heavier machinery, so you know, you definitely got to be extra alert and, you know, cautious. But as for myself, I've never had anything happen to me, or I've never personally seen a bad workplace injury. You know, I know of people who have had them, but yeah. Yeah, knock on wood, true. All right. So yeah. My mom and KK, you know, KK came home today and she got to open the gifts that some of you have sent, and she really loved them, as well as my mom. She got to open hers as well. And yeah, you know, they both say thank you very much. They love the gifts and they appreciate it. And yeah, guys, I appreciate it too. It's nice of you to think of them as well. And yeah, just know they love it. You gotta get the screaming goat.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, you all need the screaming goat. You should buy one. I don't know where it came from or like where you can get it from, but you know, who doesn't want a screaming goat? Mabel, chill. Chill. Cats are whipping around. Your desk at work, yeah, that would be ideal for your work desk for sure. What about a llama? Is it the llamas that spit? Spitting llama? Imagine just walking by and you just get spit on by a llama. That would ruin my day. Although I would laugh because it's like what the fuck just happened? But that would ruin my day. Has anybody in here ever been spit on by a llama? Wow. I saw one, yes. Wow. Quite a few of you have been spit on by a llama. Interesting. Very interesting. I had a job working at the zoo, the local zoo in high school, and I never got spit on by. I don't even know if they had llamas there. I don't know. Regardless, I was never around the llamas. The emus. I was chilling by the emus a lot. What else? A lot of budgies. Those little birds. A lot of budgies. That was not a fun shift when you'd have to do that. Like, you'd have this one shift and you'd be called like the lunch breaker, right? So like you're only working a 3 hour shift and essentially all you're doing is walking around to the separate attractions around the zoo and you're giving them their lunch break. So, at the time, like my main two attractions that I would like pretty much just watch over, you didn't really have to do much, was like the paddle boats and the, what was it called? It was called Raceway. But essentially what it was like, it was like what was it? It was like a four-wheeled bike. No, like a tricycle. Pretty much like a tricycle, but a little bit bigger, right? And it's designed for kids, but adults can go on it too. You can throw on a little seat on the back if you got a kid, and you pretty much just drive around this gravel track that's around like the emus. So I watched that one a lot. Not super exciting. They don't do much. Yeah, I actually had a parrot talk to me the one time and it actually confused the living hell out of me because I had no idea that's like where one of the parrots were located. So I'm walking back and it's like the end of my shift, so I'm going around this, like I'm passing near the paddle boats where the paddle boats are, and like little did I know that there was like a parrot exhibit like right off the pathway kind of, but it was a little hidden, like it wasn't like super noticeable, right? So I'm walking, next thing I know I hear like hello. I'm like, what the like like thinking it's like one of my coworkers or like one of my buddies or something, just trying to mess with me. They see me walking, so I look back behind me and I'm just trying to find it, and like I'm not finding nothing. I'm like, what the hell? Like I'm just utterly confused at this point. So then I kind of just was like, whatever, kept walking, and I hear it again. I'm like, what the fuck? So I look back and I'm like, all right, no, I gotta find this. Like something's not right. And then I come around the corner and I just see this parrot just sitting there perched up looking at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I knew parrots could talk, but like I've never actually like personally experienced it or heard one do it, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I can check that off the list now. I've heard a parrot talk. No, it literally just said hello. That's it. It didn't say much, unfortunately, but it was a good way to end a shift. I was like, all right, let's go. My day's made. We can head her home now. Safari Niagara, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Oh my god. I almost got absolutely destroyed by a giraffe the one time because like they built this new exhibit or viewing deck for the giraffes, right? Oh god. So when they first built it, they didn't have like the safety fence built up across. All they had was like this pretty much taped red line where it was like a boundary line, like you can't get closer. Don't try and pet the giraffes. If you want to take a picture, you do it in front of that red line. But when you're attending it, you have 2 or 3 people who are attending the viewing deck because it gets pretty busy. A lot of people, I guess, want to see a giraffe. I mean, I certainly did before I saw one. And yeah, so your hands are always full. You're trying to keep kids back behind the red line. Make sure that they're not getting hit in the head by the giraffe. And yeah, so I'm standing there and I'm like talking to this one kid, just I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but we were just kind of talking. And I didn't realize it, but you know, I was right behind the red line, like just like a foot inside the red line. I'm like, oh, whatever. So I'm sitting there talking to the kid, and next thing I know, I just feel this big like pound, boom. I'm like, oh, like, because what happens is like if you go and try and like touch the giraffe, right? They don't like it, so what they do is like they whip their head like really quick. They whip back to like pull away, but like they've got really hard heads. Like they've got like I don't remember what they're called, but they're like pretty much like little horns, like, and like they're hard, and it crushed me. You know, it managed to only like nick my arm, but it gave me a good bruise. Like I felt it. You definitely don't want to take one of those off the noggin. You would definitely be conked right out. You would have a conky. A bad one too. If not dead. I'm not gonna lie, it couldn't even kill you. I didn't mean to enter the personal space. I didn't mean to do it. I was distracted. The sound they make when they fight is brutal. I've actually never heard the sound. The the giraffes at the zoo there, they at least not that I ever saw, they never fought, so yeah. Giraffe tongue, yeah, that's it's interesting. They got some long tongues, and they feel weird, you know, like when you go to like feed them, you put your hand out. Oh, it's a weird feeling. It's kind of cool though. They also had these rhinos, which were absolutely massive, massive, and like the one year I'm on the grounds crew, so like, you know, me and this one guy were doing all the gardens, and you know, they've got a garden, a big fat garden right outside the rhino exhibit, but pretty much what they have as the barrier is they've got this like, I don't know, I'm assuming it's an electric fence that's going around the perimeter, but then they've got like this moat that they've dug around it, right? So it doesn't have direct access to the viewing platform or the garden or anything. But, you know, like if it got pissed off enough, like it could definitely make it for sure. Like no doubt in my mind. So whatever. Keep in mind this guy that I'm working with has worked there for quite a few years already, so you know he's got experience. So we're getting up to the rhino exhibit, and he goes he's like, yeah, like, you know, if he starts like looking at us and starts like pacing back and forth, looking like he's kind of getting aggressive, he's like, we gotta go. He's like, just stop and like we gotta go. I'm like, I kind of just laughed at him at first, right? Like I'm just like, oh yeah, like that's funny. And then he's like, I'm not joking. He's like we'll actually, like, we gotta go. I'm like, okay, like fuck, like now I'm a little bit nervous, right? So like as I'm trying to like weed this garden and like throw mulch down, I'm like looking up, like just like keeping my eye on this rhino, making sure like, you know, he's not paying too much attention. But yeah, needless to say, we got up and out of there real quick. We got that job done.
Is it
Quick
Zoo
time.
Stories?
Yeah, zoo stories. Yeah, it was nuts, crazy shit. But you know what, like I can't lie, like it was probably the ideal summer job. Like, you know, you have a bunch of students working there, so you know I had many of my friends were working with me. Just the atmosphere was great, and it wasn't too like physically demanding. You know, you didn't really have to think too hard. Your shifts were pretty good. I think the longest shift you'd have is like 10 hours max, but for the most part you're working like around 8 hours, I'd say 9 or 8 hours. And yeah, like, you know, you can't really ask for much more as a high school kid. You know, just getting by for the summer, you know. It's definitely a good gig. Plus you get to see animals all day, so that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Mom, I heard you're gonna order a pizza.
No.
Mom, I heard I'm gonna order a pizza.
Yeah, probably.
I am. I think.
Just, can you please wrap yourself in your pizza blanket? Please?
Right now?
Yeah. Have your
Alright.
pizza. Here you go. Here's his pizza.
We're gonna get comfy. Oh yeah, I didn't get to show that last night. Can I see that?
Yeah. It could be your hat.
I'll make it a bandana. Here's the pillowcase to go with it. Woo! That smells good.
Okay,
It kind of smells like vacation.
Yeah, well, you know what it's a combination of?
Coconut?
Beautiful Lisa, who sent us the hair shampoo, like the shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
I just used that, and it smells amazing. So
That's what that is?
If she's online right now, you tell her she rocks.
Lisa, if you're in the live, whatever you sent my mom sounds phenomenal. Or smells phenomenal.
It's the shampoo and conditioner.
Oh, it smells so good. I caught a whiff of it and you didn't even really come close to me.
Yeah, so when Caitlin got in the car after she had a shower, I was like, what is that? She said she used that shampoo and conditioner.
Oh, it smells good.
Right? Should we show it online what it is?
That actually smelled really good. I was like, oh, I was getting instant flashbacks to like vacation vibes for some reason. Like I was like, oh, I'm in Cuba right now. What the fuck? Show it. Alright.
It's this if anybody's interested.
Ow. This is what it is. I know you can, it's backwards. It's called Amica.
No.
That smells really good.
Thank you, Lisa.
Wow. Oh, I didn't even get to, yeah. Does it have like a scent to it? Or like...
Oh, yeah, here. Sorry.
Okay. Well, it just says Normcore signature shampoo and signature conditioner, so I don't know. It's a pink. And is that orange?
Smell them.
This is what I'm smelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lisa just got herself a customer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually phenomenal. I don't know why, but it like literally Cuba flashbacks.
Yeah, vacation.
Yeah.
Happy memories.
Oh, now it's on my hand. I can smell it still. That's insane. What was it? Frederick? Why did you meow? You never meow. That was weird. That was... I just got something in my eye. The kitty, he just ran away. He made a weird meow, which is like odd because like he rarely meows, And then he just like strutted away. He got up and got out of here. I thought he was like fighting with Mabel, but she doesn't seem to be around. I gotta sneeze. It just hit me like a. Oh god. All right, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Shit. Fighting another one. Okay, we froze up for a second there, so luckily I think it happened just when I like looked back up. Okay guys, we're gonna call it a night. My phone's about to die. I want to order a pizza. I'm gonna try and go to bed early. I'm gonna try. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. You know how it is. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you didn't happen to catch the news earlier with the merch and whatnot, you know, the lives do get recorded and thrown in the Facebook group, and also on YouTube. So if you did miss that portion of the live, you can check it out there, and then get filled in. And yeah, other than that, we'll chat tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. Much love, guys. Wait. Oh, I should probably... Okay, the Facebook group. I believe... Penny, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's titled Alex the Explorer fan page. Because I think the name just changed. Official Alex the Explorer. Okay. That's what it is. I don't know how I don't know it because I look at it literally. I'm checking it all the time. But yeah, that's what it is. Official Alex the Explorer. So yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace out. Much love.